Gracious me!
What is going on, guys? Steve here. Welcome to another episode of The Road to Glory. Thank you very much for the kind words on the episode that you're about to go, I'm about to go through the comments on, but also for the previous episode I didn't address. A lot of people gave me tips and what they do with their arthritis and things like that, so I'm grateful for that. I do use certain creams and things like that, but either way, I am very grateful for those of you who suffer from similar ailments, who have been trying to help out. It's actually been quite bad the last few days, actually, my hand. It's I'm glad I didn't have weekend league like in the last couple of days, if that makes sense, because I would have really struggled. But it's just something that's going to get progressively worse, unfortunately, but we battle through it, and we'll say no more about it. It is what it is. So the top comment, what we're going to do, by the way, is go through some comments. We'll jump onto the game. We'll either complete the remaining SBCs for Keen, or we'll complete them in principle, and I'll wait for rewards and we'll see what happens there. But I do need to be cautious of time because I don't want them to expire. We've only got a couple of days left on Keen and Rivaldo, so I need to complete them before they disappear, which does kind of bring me to a point of why they're only available for 30 days. Last year, once they were released and they were available for the entire duration. If you go on there now, they're still available, which I reckon should be a thing. They should not make them expire. Or maybe you can, I don't know, they should just not expire. It's stupid. Or they should just bring them around again, you know? Like every couple of weeks, bring back one that expired 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's stupid that they expire. Like, if you don't have the time, you say you really want George Best, right? But you're not, A, you're not good enough, or B, you don't have the time to put in that month. Or maybe you do have the time, you're just not good enough to get the rewards you need, or maybe, you just don't get the pack luck. Then you are screwed. You cannot get George Best because you literally don't have the time. That's all it comes down to. If you're willing to put 2 or 3 months into getting George Best, tough, you can't do it. You're heavily reliant on liquid coins to get you there to buy him off the market, and I find that grim. Every player in the game should be obtainable through either quality of the player or time. If you are willing to put 9 months into getting Pele, you should be able to get Pele. And okay, granted, you can off the market, but that SBC, once it's released, in my opinion, should be there forever. Yes, it takes up a lot of room, but just, make the menu better. Make it easier for me to access it. Make it cleaner. At the moment, I have to scroll through everything to get there. And if they were there permanently, I'd have to scroll for miles because there's like however many icons available. But it's annoying. It is annoying that it's just not available there all the time. The top comment after that little rant, and I do apologise, is sell Bergkamp, get a cheaper icon, dump into the Figo SBC. Yes. Kind of. My plan was, right, and I don't know how much of this I've disclosed to you because I am all over the place the last couple of days, and the weekend in particular has completely screwed me over. I think we're getting back on track now. But my plan, I think, was to complete Keane, put it into Rivaldo. We have Rivaldo left side. We've already sold Alexis Sanchez, so Rivaldo goes where Sanchez was. And then we have Bergkamp as the striker. We have Mahrez as the right wing. Mahrez will drop to the bench. We'll have, hopefully at least, Figo at right wing. Bergkamp will be sold or go into the Figo SBC himself, because you say sell Bergkamp, but Bergkamp isn't that much cheaper, or more expensive, sorry, than the cheapest icon available. So to a certain degree, I might as well just put Bergkamp into that SBC. We'll see how we do it. But and then the striker will be Ibra. Or I actually used Arnautovic earlier, the 86. He's very, very good. But again, it depends on what we pack in all of these packs. If we get a massive player or an icon, you never know. But I doubt it, but you never know. My plan was to have Figo right, Rivaldo left, switch them in game, Ibra up front, midfield stays the same, defence stays the same, happy days for the time being until we can afford to get another icon somewhere in there or whatever. But a lot of people are saying, I'd say sell Bergkamp, get a cheaper icon, have Figo, Rivaldo and Ibra up top. That looks crazy good. Keep up the good work, mate. Long-time fan and keeps getting better. Thank you, Christian. There is a... Charlie says, fuming, used all my Premier League players at the weekend for upgrades that I was saving for the League SBC. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? They knew what they were doing. They're not dull. They They gave us the SBC. They gave us the perfect opportunity to build up a full catalogue of players in our club for the SBC, but they knew full well no one would do that because people are obsessed with... People are greedy, basically, and they know people would have dumped everything into these upgrades to try and get better players and maybe crafting icons and things like that. So they're not dull. But those players, anyway, Vardy looks decent but not amazing. Decora looks great, but there are better players out there. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. This comment I love, right? Ollie says, nothing to do with the Road to Glory, but I've been here since Shekaladze. What a player. And Pappy underneath says, haha, yes, Irakli Shekaladze. He's amazing for my country, Georgia. Wow, you're from Georgia. So, if you didn't know, back in FIFA 13, there was a bronze player called Irakli Shekaladze, Georgian. I think he played for Empoli. He was fantastic, and he was a bronze card. It was actually the same year I discovered Pacheco from... Now plays for Deportivo. At the time, he played for Real Madrid. But you are an OG, my friend, if you've been here that long. I appreciate the support on that one. You could sell Bergkamp and buy the lesser Figo if you can't do the SBC. Yeah, I can. There was a comment, actually, on... was it yesterday's Road to Glory? There was a comment on a recent Road to Glory saying, this is all fantastic until May when... Team of the Season comes out and you have absolutely 0 coins because all of your cards are untradeable. Something along those lines. It wasn't necessarily a hate comment, but it was a... I think he was trying to... I don't know. Whatever it was, but it was a... It was one of those comments that kind of like it hit me in a negative way, but I don't think he was trying to be negative. So if it was you that left that comment, then yeah. Basically, I'm in it for the moment that I'm in right now. At the moment, what I want to do is I want to get Figo, I want to get Rivaldo, I want to get George Best, but I won't have the time to do that. But either way, I want these cards, and if getting them untradeable is the best way or the easiest way to do it, then that's what I'm going to do. If in May I regret doing it, then that's May's problem. It's not my problem right now, right? So if everyone's doing this, everyone at the moment I see on my Twitter timeline or in comment sections of videos, they all tend to go, oh, well, what about, this card is useless now because come Team of the Season, there's not going to be... Well, hang on a minute. You're thinking of Team of the Season. That's 5 months away, mate. So what should we do? Sit on our coins until May and then it come Team of the Season, buy the best team we want, play the game for 20 minutes before FIFA, or rather football, finishes, everyone loses interest, and I've had my 5 minutes of fun with the best team I've ever used? What's the point in that? Try and have fun throughout the entire life cycle of the game. You do you. If that's what you want to do and you want to save everything and not risk anything until Team of the Season, you crack on. But, after Team of the Season, what about all these special promos that EA are likely to throw at us? Was it Footies? I think that comes after Team of the Season. Should we wait till Footies as well? It just triggers me a little bit when people say, what about, when he gets a better card down the line? Well, down the line we'll worry about that, but for right now, the best version of Ibra is out. I want to use him. We have an option to get Rivaldo. We have an option to get Figo. I'm going to go for it. If in 3 or 4 months' time I'm not happy with that decision, we'll re-rinse him into a different SBC or we'll moan about it then. For right now, I want to build the best team I can build, and that's what I'm going to do. The Keen SBC is 3... whatever they are, sections, modules, whatever, from being completed. We can actually submit 2 of them right now. The other one I would need to build. I have built it in principle. It's going to cost me about 100 to 125k-ish. It's a little bit silly to do it really before we open the packs because we could actually get most of the players in the packs because they're not really that uncommon to get, especially the 84s and a couple of the 85s. The World Class section, which gives us a rare Electrum players pack, can be submitted right now, and that is going to give us, like I said, a rare Electrum. It was only really the 2 informs that cost us, but of course Dini we packed anyway, and he's untradeable, so that's fine. And then I had to buy Gun for 11,000, so it's not the end of the world, and I will submit that right now. We get a rare Electrum, and that goes into the store with our 100k and half 100k, which we're keeping for that promo. We'll find more about that. Find out more about that. English is difficult. In a second. The 84 rated team is now going to require me to buy 3 players. Gun being the player that I had there, and then the player that I had up front was Dini, and then of course Lacazette. So we'll do that right now. It's going to be Gun, Dini, Lacazette. We'll go do that, and then I'll show you exactly what I have for that 85 rated team. I apologise there's no gameplay to show you. Like, there's nothing to do at the moment. Like, there's no point me playing games. I mean, to be fair, I could do some rivals, which obviously needs to be done. But I like to do that sort of Wednesday nights off camera. Right, so let's get him done. That's Lacazette into the team. Or into that team, rather. And now all I have to do is buy Dini and Gun. Which, Gun I should be able to get for about 11-ish. I mean, you watch now, he's gone up like massively in price because, well, it's just typical that I need him and he's gone up in price. It's always the way. So it's going to cost me 12,500 coins to get Gun. Okay, I've actually been kicked from... This happens every time I try and film a Road to Glory episode. If I stay on the menus, I just get kicked from the game. And then, job done. There you go. 80 chemistry on the nose. 84 rated, guaranteed. And there you go. There it is. One of these players, Schmeichel, I had to buy just now for 3,500. I'll have to buy him again as well when we go into the next SBC. We get a 45k pack for submitting that. So there we go. Those players have gone. We've now got a 45k, 100k. We're looking good. We're looking really good. The 85 rated team, we get a 50k pack for submitting. It's the only one left, and there it is. So on the right hand side here, I think that was Mata. Juan Mata, just 83 rated. It's only going to cost me like 2k. And then we had Kasper Schmeichel here, which again was only about 3.5k. So yeah, there it is. It's done. 70 chemistry on the nose, 85 rated, and the most expensive player within that team is going to be the goalkeeper here. He runs for about 50k ish, thereabouts. I've been around and around and around, and this at the moment, if I was to do it right now, this would be the cheapest I could build it for. So, that was a little bit more expensive than I was hoping it would be. We don't quite have the chem either. We're 1 chem point off, I know. How are we going to possibly do that? I know. Done. So, that's it in all its glory. This is to complete Keane, which is interesting. My first... well, on this account anyway, my first icon to be crafted is going to be Roy Keane. Although, he will be there for about 3.8 seconds before we just dump him straight into Rivaldo. We could use Keane, but honestly, what's the point? We might as well just submit it straight away. So we're going to get a 50k pack for this, and of course Roy Keane. There is no other cheaper way. Well, there is probably a cheaper way to do it, but by using the players... Wait, how am I trying to explain it? I couldn't... That was like the minimum I couldn't switch any player out there for rating, is what I'm trying to say. So, we have Roy Keane in the club, Prime Keane. I like him. I think he's a decent card. I've reviewed him on the channel. If you want to go check it out, feel free to do so. We might as well watch him walk out because it's fun. Yeah, we've got an opportunity to use him. If I had like wingers I could use right now and I'm happy to use, then I would potentially put him in there instead of Fabinho. Also, if we were to pack the... Or not pack, but like get a red pull or indeed pack, because we've got an opportunity to pack him now in the... Because he's in their team of the week. Fabinho's centre-back inform card is an option because it's a decent-looking card and it would actually go instead of Thiago Silva. And it would maybe work there chem-wise as well, potentially, if I give it a little rejig. But no, I think I'm just going to submit it straight into Rivaldo because we've come this far with Rivaldo. We get a 125k pack to submit this. Like, had I not done the 85, 83, 84, blah, 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 then maybe there is a chance I wouldn't do this and I would actually either wait to see what EA do with regards to this new promo, or we could actually start working towards Figo or Best or something. But I think it just makes sense now. We've come this far. We'll submit it into Rivaldo. He won't be there forever. I know a lot of people saying Rivaldo's not that great, and I've got him on my main account. He's all right. He's not the best. I have gone off him a little bit, but you know, he won't be there forever. That's for sure. Don't worry about it. You know, it's not like a permanent thing. There it is. There's Keane, and there is the 125k pack. So we've completed Keane and Rivaldo, although Rivaldo is going to be the player that goes into our team for now. The Weekend League will probably not have another icon in it. I'll probably have to make do with using Rivaldo and a player instead of Mahrez. I don't know who it's going to be yet. I might just have to go buy someone just for the sake of the Weekend League. But it's an enjoyable player to use. I do enjoy using Rivaldo. He does frustrate me a little bit here or there. His weak foot annoys me. And maybe he's not as consistent as some other left side or right sided players, whatever you decide to play him. But for right now, he is our left wing. That's the way the team looks right now. 4 icons, only one of which is untradeable. We also have a pretty decent bench as far as attacking options go. Ibra, Tevez, Mertens, even Roberto Firmino, who just doesn't get a look in anymore. Who could potentially go into an SBC at some point, because honestly, as much as I like him and he's a good card, I just don't use him. Like, I did it with the sole intention of upgrading the current one that we had, well, the one that we had at the time, which was the 86. But he hasn't done it for me. There's just no reason to put him in there anymore. But we have 9 goal in there as well. Who, by the way, I've lost. That's like the biggest loss I think I've ever made. Bought him for 141,000 coins when he was worth that. I didn't accidentally pay that. His max price now is 70k, but you can pick him up in the 20s. Like 28k I saw the other day. Bang on 30 at the moment. I just saw one for 29. It's so depressing to see that. But, that's just FIFA. But that's the team so far. And I think that probably will be the team going into Weekend League, depending on whether we pack anything decent and we can maybe get Figo done straight away. But not too bad. Right, I'll be back in just a second and let's see what this promo is all about. So it's 6:15 and EA still haven't released anything to do with the new promo. So obviously they've had a few problems. To be honest, I think this promo is a bit of a last minute thing. I honestly don't think they planned to do anything, but they realised how much fun people were having, well, rather, how much money people were willing to spend, and how much praise they were getting for putting on a decent promo, because even I didn't spend a penny through Team of the Year, actual money, and yet I had a lot of fun, and I wasn't expecting to. I honestly thought that was going to be one of the worst promos they've ever done, because normally Team of the Year is just for the big spenders, but a lot of people got fun out of that, or had fun out of it. So yeah, I think they realised that, and obviously they thought, well, we can't just let it die. We need to keep the hype going. We'll have a couple of days to prepare, and then we'll smash out another promo. That, honestly, I think that's what's happened. But at the moment, at least, we know nothing. You probably do now watching this. They've probably released it since this video has gone live. But yesterday they released 2 League SBCs, which, hang on, let me have a look to see if they've released anything, because I haven't actually looked to see if they've released anything today. They released 2 League SBCs yesterday, I think. Yeah, so there's nothing today. Leagues, we had, what do we have? The Premier League came out, the Eredivisie came out as well, right? So what are the rewards for the Eredivisie? So we've got Dumfries, the right back, who looks very good. That looks like a solid card. And then Dolberg, who looks but that right back looks incredible, actually. And Premier League, I know we've got Vardy and Decora. Now, Vardy looks decent, nothing too crazy there. Decora looks really good. How good he'll be in game, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I won't be completing either of them. Haven't looked to see if any of the packs are worth it. But I may make my way through some of them if they're not that expensive. I can't imagine ones that don't have or don't require any silvers. So this one, for instance, Newcastle, small rare gold players pack. I like that. I like those packs a lot, and I know a lot of those players are just common golds. Maybe 1 or 2 silvers required here or there, but I can't imagine that would be too expensive to do. I may complete the odd one like that just to get some more packs together for Friday's pack opening. And of course, tomorrow we'll have rewards. I'm going to do red player picks. As soon as we find out more about this promo, we may or may not open the packs tomorrow or Friday. We'll see what happens. But unfortunately, that's it for today, because they didn't do anything. But tomorrow I will have gameplay. We'll play with Rivaldo. We'll see if Mahrez can actually work on the left. If he can't, then I'll have to go and buy another player just for the sake of the Weekend League. But for right now, that's going to do it. If you have enjoyed this episode of The Road to Glory, do me a favour and hit that like button. Every single one of you, very much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, of course. Until the next time, goodbye.